Claridge didn't expect to be playing at all today. He almost moved to Leicester City in midweek. The deal's off, for the moment anyway, but this could still be his final appearance for Birmingham. Today's referee, Roger Dilks from Mossley. Well, with away goals counting double after extra time, Leeds obviously have the distinct advantage, and Birmingham know they must score at least 2 goals to reach their first major Wembley final for 40 years. And with both teams promising to attack, this looks like being an eventful afternoon at Ellen Road. First free kick of the game to Birmingham City, the foul by Paul Beasley. And Chris White has gone forward for the free kick. He and Kevin Francis likely to pose the problem. Sheridan and Frayne, the 2 men involved on the ball. In fact, it's hit short to Poole, and he got both the shots in. Then the little deflection off Beasley took the sting out of the shot. Leeds mount their first attack with Brian Dean showing his pace and strength down the left-hand side, and a good ball in, and Yeboah missed it, so did Masinga. Confusion in the Birmingham defence from Leeds' first attack. Dorigo in control for Leeds United. And that's a great ball, Masinga. Wallace takes over. Yeboah on the far post, he never got the opportunity to find him because of the tackle, but it is a free kick to Leeds United, foul by Richardson. He's actually been out on loan, Ian Richardson, and he's only made about 10 appearances, and this is his first season in league football. The goalkeeper Feeming, also a newcomer to the professional game in England.
Well, they've got enough big fellows, Leeds United, to cause trouble at free kicks.
Dorigo finally plays it in, and the header takes it into the danger area, and Birmingham rather fortunate to survive. Weatherall caused all manner of problems to the Birmingham defence, and the danger hasn't gone yet because Kelly can get a real distance on these throws. Looks again for Weatherall, Feeming with the punch clear. Claridge doing really well, but Palmer keeps him under pressure. That's good play by both players, actually. And indeed, in the end, Birmingham get a free kick.
Well, it was a good free kick, wasn't it? Played to the back post there, nodded back there by Masinga, and Leeds coming in again, making the challenge here, and Weatherall not quite getting to it.
White looks for Sheridan, and that's a goal kick. Kelly stayed down and looks to be in some pain from that knock.
Well, it seemed quite an innocuous challenge here by Frame as he slid it, and I think Kelly himself, he's either gone over on his left ankle, or he's just gave him a whack with his right shin.
Well, they won't make a substitution yet, of course, until they see how bad Kelly is. They've got Radaby, the defender, on the bench, along with Thomas Brolin and Beanie, the reserve keeper. Birmingham City, incidentally, have Jonathan Hunt, Mark Bowen and Louis Donowa. And huge cheers from the home supporters as Gary Kelly re-emerges, seemingly unscathed. Over Masinga's head, Yeboah is in behind him and lifts it forward to Masinga. And again! What a let-off for Birmingham. What a miss by Masinga. and that could have made Birmingham's job virtually impossible.
Well, it was an amazing, lovely little flick there by Yeboah, puts Masinga in. White's in there with the challenge. It came back off the keeper, and really and truly, the keeper actually did terrific because he got a foot to it to deflect it for the corner.
Weatherall again, a possible threat here. McAllister with the kick. Weatherall comes steaming in with a header. It's off the line. Poole, the Birmingham captain, got it clear almost from under the crossbar. Masinga. Well, if Birmingham do get through this today, they must be thinking that luck is on their side. They've certainly had plenty of it in the last minute.
Well, that two major let-offs, wasn't it, one after the other? And it was a great clearance, really, from the fullback. In comes the corner kick, and I was saying they're getting murdered in the air, really. Up goes Weatherall, and there was Frame on the line, nods it away.
Claridge, Frayne. Forsyth just helped it forward to Sheridan. And here's Poole. Dorigo doing well. But obviously twisted his knee on the turf as he played the ball back there and is looking in a bit of trouble. So Leeds have had injuries to both their fullbacks in the opening few minutes here. Anxious moment for Howard Wilkinson.
Well, they're certainly in the wars early on, aren't they? Both fullbacks, and again, you know, that was just a self-inflicted accident.
This is Poole. Claridge. And now McAllister has it back for Leeds United. Yeboah. And offside given, and as the free kick is taken, the unfortunate sight of Tony Dorigo being stretchered off. He will clearly play no further part in this game, the Leeds left back. He twisted his knee badly and still looks in a lot of pain. And therefore, another South African international, Lucas Radebe, will come on in his place. So both Radebe and Masinga, who played together for their country in the recent African Championships, are on the field. Sheridan to Edwards. Forsyth. Sheridan finding Claridge this time. Well, it didn't really carry any threat to Lukic, but it does show his ability to shake off defenders and turn and shoot like that. He's got a lot of goals from doing this in the First Division.
Well, he's an excellent player, and he gave himself room on his left foot. No power in the shot, really.
Now Barry Fry, in his 2 years at Birmingham City, has had a very volatile time, it's true to say. Life is never dull when he's around. Richardson. Claridge. This is Frayne. White along the ground and forward to Claridge. Claridge quickly up to receive it again and find White. He's done well here. Oh, it was played in behind Francis and also behind Forsyth, and Birmingham looked to have carved an opening there. This is Richardson. This is a good spell by Birmingham. And they've got another throw in there. Supporters at the far end of the stadium beginning to believe there's some light at the end of the tunnel for the Ensley First Division side here. Poole doing brilliantly. Claridge. And Dean's clearance given away to Richardson. But it's been an encouraging spell for Birmingham in.
Well, it's been a super spell for them, and I have to say, Chris White, you know, has having a lot of joy against his old club playing at left back. But this attack down the right-hand side as well. I mean, they really are carving them up.
The Boas drifted out wide this time. Masinga in the middle. Johnson with a very good header. And Edwards miscues his clearance. Did rather better second time. This is Richardson for Birmingham. Sheridan. On it goes to Claridge. Francis is ahead of him.
What a good attack that was by Birmingham. You know, they're really getting to the ball early, they're battling, they're winning the tackles, they're getting the ball up, and Claridge is beginning to impose himself in the game. Again, a good strike, but again, straight at the goalkeeper.
Well, Barry Fry looking quite calm by his standards at the moment. For Davey. McAllister in space. Tried the chip. Brilliant effort and a wonderful save by Bart Grieming. Classic Gary McAllister.
Well, he's had a quiet game, Gary McAllister, but that was a beauty, wasn't it? Bending it inside the goalkeeper's left-hand post, but a marvellous save by Grieming.
And the young Dutch keeper has another test ahead of him now. And comes to claim it. Well, he was playing amateur football just a few months ago and working as a salesman in a furniture shop. It's quite an incredible story how Birmingham came to get hold of him when their regular keeper Ian Bennett was injured. The team he played for, a former Barnet player who knew Barry Fry well, rang up Barry and said, "We've got a good keeper here," and he was right. And that save has kept Birmingham in the tie and in with a hope of Wembley. Poole to Forsyth. Now Claridge. Sheridan. Forsyth. And Claridge has collided with the referee, and they're both out at the moment. The referee can't see what's going on. Well, I don't think I've ever seen that before in quite a few years of watching football. Claridge, in his attempts to get onto the return ball, smacked straight into Roger Dilks, who doesn't know what day it is at the moment.
Yeah, Claridge is not looking where he's running. He thinks, I'm running into the box here, and the poor referee was in his path.
Now, does he get up and show a yellow card to Claridge?
I mean, it's not funny, really, because it
is.
Well, it is if you don't like referees.
No comment. He's all right. Not sure about Claridge, mind you.
I bet you've never seen that before. A referee putting a player out the game.
And the ref's up and in action before the player. Neil McDiarmid having to continue treatment to Claridge. Mr. Dilks looking cool.
Well, Claridge is groggy there, isn't he?
I imagine the game will have to restart with a drop ball here. I wonder if he remembered to stop his watch when he got knocked out there. Barry Fry's ready for his tea.
Well, he must be encouraged really with the performance in the first half, because it's been very scrappy as far as Leeds are concerned, and I think Barry will take some heart from that.
Well, Barry Fry knew more about the timekeeping than most of us, and Bart Grieming knew more about Gary McAllister's shot than most of the other players on the park. It was that vital save, really, that keeps Birmingham in the picture here in this second leg. They had their chances in that first half, Leeds United, but Birmingham defended well and with a little bit of fortune at times, and will believe they're still in with a hunt here. The half-time score at Ellen Road, Leeds United 0, Birmingham City 0, Leeds still ahead then on aggregate. Welcome back to Ellen Road, and during the half-time interval here, Birmingham City have made a substitution. Louis Donowa coming on to replace Richard Forsyth, and that's likely to really open things up here in the second half. Donowa scared the life out of Leeds in the first leg, and he continually, coming on as a substitute that day, took on Tony Dorigo and caused Leeds problems. No Dorigo, of course, today. He went off injured in the first half. But Donowa has got terrific pace and the ability to cross the ball well. Played in a League Cup final many years ago for Norwich City.
It's a positive move, that, Alan, isn't it, by Barry Fry? He's decided that, you know, they've messed around long enough, but they've only got 45 to go. Let's go at Leeds and see if we can get that all-important goal.
White, who's had another good steady game for Birmingham against his old club. Had the misfortune, of course, to score that own goal, which decided the first leg. And Yeboah flicked it straight to White this time. Now Francis getting in behind the penultimate defender. Managing to find Richardson. That's good play by Dean. Saw the danger and got there before Donoghue could.
Redeemed himself in the eyes of the fans with that interception, didn't he?
And does the same again, dispossessing Poole this time and ensuring it's going to be a goal kick for Leeds.
Mind you, we were talking at the start of the game, the pace that he's got, he ran past the fullback with no problem. He hasn't done it since the first 5 minutes of the game. Now, I would think Leeds, all they have to do, get the ball out to Brian Dean and say, look, have a go at the fullback and get some crosses in.
Dean's header, and cleared first time by Sheridan. Claridge. He's won the throw-in off Beasley. Poole. Looks for Francis in the middle, and it almost found him. It has found Richardson. That was a great opportunity for Birmingham to draw level on aggregate, but Lukic made a splendid reaction save.
What a super chance this was for Birmingham to get themselves level on aggregate. He's got all the time in the world, has time to steady it, and bang, good save by Lukic. But a bad miss, I thought, Alan.
Sheridan's corner, and it came off the defender's head. Lukic did well then under pressure to get it clear. Here's Donoghue. Great effort. And Lukic again was in the perfect place.
Well, we read enough about a positive attitude by Birmingham in this half, and already they've shown that. Chances again here, and a nice little strike at goal. And Lukic had to be on his toes again.
And White has to defend at the other end, and does so. Not too tidily, but certainly effectively. And it will have alarmed Leeds United, the closest they came there to conceding a goal in this game. Kelly's cross, McAllister is underneath it. This is Masinga. The clearance by Johnson. And Johnson again first to reach it. Beasley doing well. Palmer takes over. Weatherall. Strange ball by Weatherall, knocking it back all of 30-40 yards for Lukic. Home supporters didn't like that. They thought it was a bit negative. But remember, Leeds have the vital goal. The aggregate lead, 2-1. Edwards for Birmingham, finding Sheridan. This is Frayne. Claridge out on his left. Frayne goes it alone. It wasn't a bad effort from that range, but never likely to beat Lukic.
Well, there was a lot of pace on it, Alan, I'll tell you that. And I mean, had it gone on the goalkeeper's left-hand side, it might have gone in.
Yeboah with a splendid header, but Johnson covering well. However, he's given it straight back to the Leeds man. This is danger area for Yeboah, and it reaches McAllister. Great save, but turned in by Masinga. Nine minutes into the second half, the South African international Phil Masinga scores the goal that might well send Leeds United to Wembley.
A bit lucky in a way there, first of all, Gary getting the break, but the goalkeeper made a great save, but Masinga up there just to roll it into the empty net. McAllister hasn't been getting forward much at all in the game, but he certainly got forward there, almost scores themselves and make it easy for Masinga.
Only his second goal of the season, and the other one came in the quarter-final of the Coca-Cola Cup against Reading. In fact, it's only the 5th game he started all season, Masinga. And what a valuable, valuable goal that could be. With the prospect of a Wembley final, and of course the prospect of a place in Europe next season, now suddenly opening up before Leeds United. And Howard Wilkinson, who has never taken a team to Wembley in his long career in management, must be mightily relieved that that goal has made things look a lot more secure now for Leeds United. They lead 3-1 on aggregate. And Phil Masinga, who cost £250,000, cheap by today's standards, will certainly recoup that and more if this proves to be the goal that sends Leeds to the final. Kelly's free kick is a good one. Dean wins the header, and he's there again, and a chance for Yeboah! Two goals in 3 minutes, and Howard Wilkinson can start thinking about Wembley now. Tony Yeboah, with his 17th goal of the season, has made a trip to the famous stadium and near certainty.
Well done, Brian Dean now. Got the first header, got the second header, and Yeboah, acrobatic scissor kick, knocks it in the net. There's Big Brian, up he goes with the second one. Yeboah, bicycle kick in the corner.
It's Leeds United 2, Birmingham City 0. 4-1 now to the Premiership side on aggregate. And Tony Yeboah and the international teammates he has all around him here at Ellen Road can count on a trip to London in a month's time to face Aston Villa. There can be no way back surely now, Ian, for Birmingham.
You wouldn't think so. I think, you know, certainly it looks all over as far as the match is concerned, but you never know with Barry Fry's teams, and it's one thing's for sure, they will have a go.
And already I can see activity down on the Birmingham bench. They're going to send at least one more substitute on soon. But Leeds are cock-a-hoop now. Carlton Palmer, McAllister, and Ole football from Leeds United now. How different it was just 15 minutes ago. And Barry Fry's hopes of taking Birmingham to Wembley for what would have been the second successive season, incidentally, have diminished and maybe gone completely. They played in the Auto Windscreen Shield just over a year ago. Now Louis Donowa tries to use his pace against Carlton Palmer. Good tackle by Masinga. Pool for Birmingham. They've got to keep believing. Crane's header back in. Comes to Sheridan, that's a penalty. Had to be. No hesitation by the referee. Kelly looked and knew that the finger of fate would be pointing to the spot. Now, strangely enough, Birmingham City have a quite appalling record from penalty kicks. No doubt at all that they deserve one here, but they've missed something like, I think it's 11 of the last 19 spot kicks they've had. Jonathan Hunt, who's the regular penalty taker, is a substitute today, still on the bench, so the job falls to Steve Claridge.
Well, Birmingham were almost going to put Hunt on just like a minute before that incident. But we'll wait and see how Claridge goes.
It's hit the post, and surely now Leeds United are home and dry. That might have just given Barry Fry's team a glimmer of hope. And their appalling record from 12 yards out continues.
Well, that is amazing, isn't it? I mean, it was a well enough taken penalty kick. You're talking just a matter of 2 or 3 inches there.
And the Birmingham fans have a theme song, keep right on to the end of the road. They'll have to do that, of course, but their hopes are virtually gone. Tremendous header by Dean. Masinga leaves it to Wallace. Danger again here, perhaps, for Birmingham. He measured it very deliberately, and it took a tiny deflection en route for a corner.
Cool play, really, by Rod Wallace here, because he's having a look and pushed it through his legs. Obviously got a little tickle as it went through there and went for the corner kick, but he wasn't far wide.
Beasley on the near post there, number 5. Masinga, Palmer and Yeboah all around the 6-yard box, but the corner went in short from McAllister. The baby beaten by Sheridan. It was a foul. Free kick to Leeds. Must be very disappointing for John Sheridan after all his time here, of course, as a Leeds United player. Over 7 seasons, 250 appearances, and so much wanted to do well against his old club today. McAllister's free kick looks a good one, and the header just wide by Tony Yeboah.
Good in-swinging free kick there from McAllister. Yeboah on the end of it there. Had he directed it to the goalkeeper's right, I think he might have done better.
He's offside this time. But the big cheer in the background is for the sight of Thomas Brolin, the Swedish international, who's been left out for the last 4 games, about to come on and replace Phil Masinga. One of his big ambitions in coming into English football was the prospect of playing in a major Wembley final, and it certainly opens up for him now. Can he make a sufficient impression, I wonder, here in the last few minutes?
Well, I must say, but I'm a fan of Thomas Brolin, and it's a mystery to me, really, why he hasn't settled into this Leeds side. And I think he should be getting a regular game, but it's not really very fair to him to pitch him in the last sort of 5 minutes, 6 minutes of a game, is it?
It's a good cross. It's earned his team a corner. Aimed towards Edwards. The header again, that was by Richardson. It's twice they've used that ploy. Everyone concentrating on Edwards, and Richardson nipped in behind him.
Well, all the white jerseys are back. I mean, they're all packed in the penalty area there, but there's none of them gets up for a header, and he had a free shot at it.
Wallace. Terrific ball. McAllister. And the little flick has taken it straight onto the head of Dean. And he's taken Leeds United straight down Wembley way with that goal. It's all over now for Birmingham. Leeds United will play Aston Villa in a month's time at Wembley in the Coca-Cola Cup final.
Well, he's had a bit of a mix and match game, hasn't he, big Brian Dean? He got a little bit of luck there. McAllister's cross deflected onto his head, and he just buried it in there at the back post. You see here, there's a cross going in. There's a flick off a defender. Brian Dean, well over 6 feet, up he goes, nods it down.
His 6th goal of the season. And the aggregate score now 5-1 for the team from the Premiership. After a long wait, 23 years, Leeds United are back again at English football's most famous ground. Not since the days of Jack Charlton, in fact, in 1973, in the FA Cup final when they faced Arsenal, have Leeds played in a showpiece final at Wembley. Well, for one of the great clubs of English football, it's been a long, long time since Leeds United graced Wembley Stadium. And they're going to enjoy the fourth of that match against Aston Villa. And fortunately, because the Coca-Cola Cup is one of the more democratic competitions, can I say, there's the likelihood that most of these fans will get a ticket, unlike the FA Cup final. And don't forget, if you're a Leeds fan, a Villa fan, or simply a football fan, you can see the whole game live on ITV. Here's Brolin. Clearance by Edwards. Freeman gets it away, but only as far as Rodaby. He'll leave it to Carlton Palmer. Dean. What a room opening up for Dean. Oh, he hit that with real power. Not quite so much accuracy, but a good effort.
A lot of power, as you say, in that one, Alan, wasn't it? A good run at it. I mean, it just opened up and let him come in.
McAllister. The playing time being added for stoppages now, as Rodaby gets it clear to Palmer. Here's Wallace. Lovely little touch back to him. And Wallace fancied a piece of the goal-scoring action himself then.
Yeah, he's had 2 or 3 shots in the last sort of 15 minutes, little Rodney. Once he got on the score sheet.
Crane. Bowen's a little flick on, but it's gone straight to Kelly. Claridge dispossessing him. Now Donovan. Crane. And now Bowen. This is Frayne again. Claridge onside. Or was he? No. The linesman, in fact, has flagged. He's offside. Leeds United are at Wembley.